Excuse me. Hey you guys, it's Carlos here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video is actually going to be completely different from my channel because I've never actually done one of these before. So we're going to be doing a let's chat, catch up, mukbang type of video, because if you see my last videos, you did hear that I've been saying that we really need to have a conversation because my kids are getting on my last nerve. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to sit down, chit chat a little bit, have a little bit of Pepsi because right now we're not drinking Coca-Cola. If you know why. But anyway, so today we're going to be tasting a few products or goodies that I picked up from KFC earlier today. So yeah, so if this is right up your alley, if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also hit the notification bell as well, so anytime I upload a new video, you automatically get the notifications, and give my video a thumbs up as well because I greatly appreciate it when you guys do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start eating because I am a little hungry, and let's start chatting because I need to vent. And I'm sure you do as well. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys. Let's just start off right away. My last video that I uploaded, I had this hat on. I got a lot of comments on it. I'm not gonna lie. This hat, I actually picked it up from Amazon. I'll include a link in the description field below because I got a lot of people saying they actually liked it. And I'm not sure if they're just being polite, but I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, I want that shirt. I mean, the hat. I want that hat. It's hilarious. And I'm like, because usually it's MILFs. And I'm like, this time it was this, like, DILFs. And I'm like, I need that. Anyway, so I'll include a link in the description field below. As I mentioned, in case if you are interested, being a hot mess like me, you can pick one up on Amazon. Anyway, so today's video, we're just going to sit down, chat, as I mentioned a little bit ago. So I did pick up some food from KFC. So before we get started, well, I guess I can be unbagging. So after I got home from getting the food from KFC, two things. I realized that I had ordered or asked the rep and the drive-thru for the wrong thing. I'm like, dang, why my chicken's so big? I asked for tenders. At least I thought. I had to regroup. It's like, Carlos, what did you actually say? I said 3-piece hot and spicy chicken Mike's, hot, spicy, whatever. But I realizing I didn't say tenders. I'm like, oh, no wonder why he gave me big old pieces. I'm like, why is he asking me if I want dark meat or white meat? Anyways, that should have been a red flag, like a cue, a social cue for me to understand, like, Carlos, you probably said the wrong thing. Anyways, nonetheless, we're going to eat some of it, give it a go. I've never had it before, so we'll try it. I got my favorite thing from KFC, which is their KFC famous bowl. Love their bowl. You know, I just realized I didn't get no biscuits. No, I didn't get no biscuits. Girl, what am I going to do? That's why I got honey for my biscuits. Oh, well, it is what it is. I don't need all that food. All right, so I end up getting the famous, like I said, the KFC famous bowl. Pretty much what I remember one time was like limited edition. It's just kind of like smashed potatoes with like chicken pieces, corn, gravy and cheese. I think there's gravy in there. Anyway, so that's like one of my favorite meals, and I like to pour some hot sauce. Anyway, so when I got home, I had taken the dogs out, and keep in mind this is like the day after our snowstorm. So yesterday we had a snowstorm, and then I took the dogs out right now to go to, well, not right now, but before I sat down with you guys. And then as I'm opening the back door, all of this snow just came crushing, falling down on me. I'm like, what the? I feel like I was in one of those movies where you just open a door and like all this water just comes crashing down, or those videos that you see. Like, I wish I had like a camcorder outside in the backyard because I would totally upload it. And it was like, I'm like, like down my shirt, my hoodie, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? Anyways, so yeah, that's what happened. Squirrel moment. Anyhow, I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, that only happens in movies, but clearly it doesn't. It happened to me. All right, so let's give this a go. Let's try this chicken here out. So hopefully you guys can see it. So I got extra crispy. Again, is Mike's honey, spicy honey chicken. Again, I thought I had ordered the 3-piece chicken tenders, but clearly I didn't. I got these huge pieces right here. Let's give it a go. See how spicy it is. I don't know about you, but I feel like the the spicy, maybe it's just me because I don't go there that much. Like the spicy, not spicy, sorry. The original recipe comparison to extra crispy, there's no huge difference. At least I don't think so. Like for me, this is, like I said, extra crispy, and it tastes like original to me. I mean, have you guys gone to KFC? Do you see a difference in texture? And is it more crispy? And when they say it's more crispier or crispy, what does that actually mean? Like, no, seriously, what does that mean? Does they mean to leave it in the oil a little bit longer? I don't know. Let me know, because clearly I don't know, because I don't, like I said, I don't go to KFC all that much. Anyways, so again, I have not done a mukbang video ever on my YouTube channel. So this is going to be a complete first. So I know some of you guys don't like watching other people eat. I, on the other hand, love watching people eat, but I also like listening to people's conversations and kind of like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I know what you're talking about, all that. So I figured, let's just have a conversation. Let's just eat together and just chat about our kids getting on our nerves. Okay, so I got an email earlier today from my oldest son's high school teacher, one of his teachers, basically saying, and we get these pretty frequently, that he's talkative, he's disruptive, he gets up from his seat, he doesn't focus. Like, it's just the same story over and over, right? From the teachers. This is not that spicy, to be completely honest. Like, they could have put more honey on here, and they could have added more spice. Anyways, so, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. This is a standard behavior of his, because he does this with all of his other teachers, and we get a lot of emails, and I'm responding back like, what do you want us to do? We tell him, like, hey, be mindful of how you engage, how you speak to people, how what you do does affect other people. His response was, well, they're not telling me anything, so it must not be that serious. Okay, I can understand what you're saying, 100%. But that's the reason why they reach out to the parents, so the parents can kind of like, what's the word I want to use? Pass on the message to their child. Because the teacher does not have the luxury out of their day to take 15-20 minutes out of their time while they're teaching other students of like, hey, boo-boo, like, this is not good. This is not how you behave. This is not how you engage, especially you're 15. I feel like I'm talking about like a 9-year-old. I can understand a 9-year-old because now they're pushing boundaries, right? Because that's what we're dealing with our other son who's 9. But you're 15. Like, you should understand social cues, but clearly you do not. Anyways, so right now we have like a support system in place at his school because he has a 504 plan in place because of his ADHD. So the support system is basically, they're helping him out understand certain things, get him back on track about his schoolwork, you know, putting goals in place for each week of the school year, right? And this is just fairly new. Before, he's always had a 504 plan before he came into our care, because if you're not aware, we're foster parents. Well, we were, and we had adopted him and his brother a few years back. So he's always had an IEP and a 504 plan. Right now, the 504 plan is more active because of the ADHD and some of the behavioral things that they're working with him. Which I guess you could keep the IEP versus the 504. I just don't know why. That was already in place before he came into our care. So anyways, nonetheless, so I emailed the teacher back apologizing for his behavior and including everybody that's in his support team at the school, including the assistant principals, like saying, hey, these are the things that we do at home. There needs to be a little bit more structure at school. You need to take away YouTube because YouTube is a distraction for him. He feels that it's not, but from someone looking inside, it is a huge distraction for him. Which is sad because you don't want to take something away. But when they start misusing it, it's like, okay, now you're taking advantage. So now we need to take that away because clearly it's not helping you focus, because clearly you're doing the opposite of what you said it was going to do to help you. Does that make sense? So that's what we're dealing with right now. I'm telling you, Like, and then trying to get him to understand, like when we have conversations with our kids, we had conversations to the point of like, we ask them, why? Why did you do that? What made you do that? What was you feeling that way? You know, all those questions. And then we tell him or tell them, it's like, okay, this is how someone else can see or feel, or how what you did could impact their feelings. So like letting them know, like, it's just not you who's impacted, but it's other people as well. It kind of like almost, we also do role playing in the sense of like, okay, well, I'm going to do what you just did, and I want you to experience how I experienced it. And we do that because me growing up, I never had that. Like I was told, you can't do that. Like, okay, what can I not do? What did I do wrong? And I'm left there feeling bad about myself because I have no idea what I did wrong, right? Where here, we don't do that with our kids. We explain to them what they could have done differently and how they can apologize about what they did and take accountability for it. Not him. Like he struggles with saying or accepting apology. Like he doesn't want to say the word "I'm sorry," and I don't know why or where that's coming from. And he does see a therapist, like maybe every 3 weeks now. And we brought that up during his therapy session. Like he struggles with, taking accountability. Like I'm not sure where this is coming from. And she asks him, like, okay, is it embarrassment? Or is it a shame? Or is it the fact that you don't want to accept that you made a mistake? And I was like, that's a good question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it those things? And if so, how do we tackle that so it isn't viewed as an embarrassing situation or being ashamed? Because no one should ever feel ashamed or embarrassed because they're apologizing. That's human. We make mistakes. We move forward. We correct those mistakes so that we don't continue making the mistakes over and over. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's like him just being 15 and is that age. If you guys have a teenage kid, may it be a girl or a boy, do you have the same struggles? Like, what's in the water? Because clearly it's not working. Like the way we're trying to do nice parenting. Again, different from how I was raised. Like trying to give you the respect that I felt that I didn't get, especially growing up with a narcissistic parent. It was never fun. Like my relationship with my parent, or like I say, either or, if it's a mom or dad, but it wasn't the greatest. It's still not the greatest because we're not on speaking terms because of some of the trauma that I have experienced that I'm still working through. And all I need to hear is just an apology versus saying, well, you made me feel this way. Like, I'm 12 years old. I'm the kid. Like, why should I have to, like, apologize because I was born? You know what I mean? Like, those things, they you know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. And I want to make sure that he understands that's not what we want him to experience. Hopefully that makes any sense. Anyways, so how are you guys doing? So far, the chicken's okay. It's not that spicy. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I said, like I thought it was gonna be a little bit more like a kick to it. No, maybe if I had gotten the tenders and had asked for the correct thing, because that's my mistake. I just don't know where my biscuits at. That sucks because I really wanted the biscuits. Oh yeah. So how's everything going for you guys? Hope it's going well. Like I said, like I feel I'm at a point in my life where, regardless of what I say or what I do, maybe it's just not me. Maybe it's other people. I feel kids in today, it's all about them. Like, no, it's about my feelings. Like, no, it's not. It's about all of our feelings. Like, you shouldn't be thinking that if something doesn't impact you or you don't feel bad about it, that you shouldn't worry about it because it doesn't impact you. It doesn't affect you. But in reality, it does, because if I made you feel a certain way and I say, well, okay, well, you took it that way, then that's not right. Because if I made you sad or made you hurt, I should have some empathy and feel like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Like, what did I say or do to make you feel that way? So this way, I don't repeat the same action, right? That's a logical thinking. Not him. He'll say, well, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me, so I don't care about it. Like, that's not good, because it is. And I explained to him, it does impact you, because even though you have different feelings and versus comparison to another one, I'll explain to you why it's going to impact you, because then it creates a ripple, like a negative ripple effect in the relationship with whoever you're speaking to, a peer or someone on the street. Like, all of a sudden, they're going to perceive you completely different. So yes, it will affect the relationship. And you don't want to have a relationship, all of a sudden you built this animosity or tension just because you didn't have any empathy or understanding to how they felt based on how you treated them. Does that make sense? Getting him to understand that is like, so struggling. Like, I don't know what it is with kids. Like, it's all about them, all about, well, I'm mad. Okay, you're entitled to feel mad or angry, whatever what it was. But now let's sit down and talk about how it could have easily been resolved differently. Anyways, so I had ordered a 3-piece of the chicken, right? Like a combo meal. Because again, like I said, I thought I ordered the 3-piece tenders. Clearly I didn't. Maybe it's the reason why I didn't get the biscuit, because the tenders I had ordered came with a biscuit and I got fried. Oh, something like that, right? So I had got 3 of these. I got 2 of these pieces and then the wing. And I gave the wing to my spouse. I said, you can have it, because clearly I ordered the wrong thing. I had thought I had ordered the tenders. And I told him, just be careful, it might be spicy. It's not spicy. So for him, it's probably like a win-win. Like, I don't know why I did that for. Like, man, I gave my chicken to him. But no, I'd rather have it spicy, but he doesn't eat spicy food. So. Oh my God, my phone has been blowing up like crazy. I'm not sure about you, but for me, I got too many notifications where, you know, when you, like, I don't know, like brand products like Wet n Wild, Ipsy, Rare Beauty, there's a pattern here, right? I get like tons of notifications for like sales and stuff like that. Like, damn, my phone is like blowing up right now. Like, what's going on here? Oh my God, this is like super thick. Right here, it's like a hot mess. It's like when you put stuff together, when you have leftovers and you just throw it in, and I love it. Like here, when I don't have a time or a moment to like go out to KFC, I'll literally make myself one of these. Like, it's so simple. Just get like the chicken tenders that you can just heat up in the microwave or the air fryer. Get some smashed potatoes, some gravy, corn. Hook it up the way you like it. It tastes so good. I never tried it with a French fry before. I wonder how it tastes like. Probably like nothing, right? Just tastes like regular food that's been smushed in your mouth. It's not bad. I'm sure this will taste really good if you dip it in like gravy sauce. The French fries. Their French fries are really good. Like, I like their French fries. Oh my God, that reminds me of French fries. You know another place I love their French fries? Checkers. And we don't have, well, we don't right now, but we will. The area that I live, we don't have a Checkers. But there are like 4, don't quote me, 4 other Checker locations outside of where I live, like on the north side of where I live. And oh my God, their French fries, they're so delicious. And even though they sell them in the store and you could buy like the frozen Checkers French fries, I buy them. But for some odd reason, they don't taste the same as though that you're buying them from the fast food restaurant. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they don't taste the same. But with that being said, they're actually now going to open one in my area. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. But the problem is when they open new like locations of any type of franchise, like fast food chain, is always busy for like the first month. Like, they open churches also within my area. The first time I seen it when we drove by, it was like a big old line. I'm like, girl, look at this line for some chicken. It was crazy. It was massively crazy. I remember when they first brought, which they don't have it no more here, they had brought a Long John Silver, and I remember as a kid going to Long John Silver, and we didn't have one here. And then they had opened one up in my area. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I would go there all the time to get me some fish. And then they closed it. They closed it. I'm so pissed. Now I don't know where there's a near one by us. Oh, even Sonic. There used to be 3 Sonics in my area. Well, when we moved here, there was no Sonics. But where I used to grow up, there was Sonics. I remember eating Sonic. And I was like, oh, I would see commercials all the time for Sonic. And like I would just, like, my mouth just watering over Sonic, right? And then we got one. And we're like, oh my God, yes, we're getting one, right? Always busy, right? And now we're down to 1. We had 3. Now we're down to 1. Like, the other 2, they closed down. No idea why. But there's no Sonic near us. I'm like, man, if I had money, I would open a franchise in a heartbeat. Because having a franchise in any type of, like, fast food chain is a good way of making money. That's what I've heard. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm gonna be so full. This is so good. If you guys go to KFC, what's your favorite choice of item to go to? What I do feel though, when we go to KFC for like the family, when we get like a big old meal, I feel it's not enough. Like, I understand they say family meals. I'm like, family meals for who? 3 people? Because then when they give you the size, they be like this small. Like, that's 2 scoops. In my home, literally, kid you not, that's like 2 scoops. Maybe I can stretch it out to 3 people. I'm like, that's not enough for a family. I'm like, a family of 3, I can see, but not for 5 or 6. Not even for 4. Even 4 is stretching it. It's like you have to buy 2 of them to get like a whole fiesta going on for your whole family. And then, what was it? When we bought it that one time and we had to order some extra stuff, it came up almost to like $100. I'm like, what the? Oh my God. That reminds me. We drove last, what was it, like 2 months ago. We drove out to White Castle, right? Because we don't have a White Castle in our area. So we have to drive out at least an hour away to go to White Castle. So we consider it like a treat for us, right? We drove out there. And usually we have like an idea, pre-planned of what we're going to get. And then as we're in like the drive-through, because the lobby is still closed, don't know why, giving them the list of everything. And then we saw some other items in the menu. Like, oh, why don't we just add that on too, right? It came out to like 120. I'm like, what did we just buy for $120? Like, oh my God. And then we had to pull over, wait for our food to come out. We look real greedy. That's not cute. You know what I mean? That's not cute. But then again, I know the cost of like food has literally gone up in price, which is no joke. Let me see if I got any other emails from my son's teacher, or at least one email from one of my son's teachers, because anytime I see the phone ring and it's a school number, just, like, what do you do now? I'm telling you, if it was me, and that was me growing up, I would not be here right now. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I would not be here right now. I would be, because you know our parents did not play. Just one look crazy, and all of a sudden, like, yeah. And obviously, you can't do that now. Like, I'm not saying that I would, because that's traumatizing in of itself. But it's like, if that were me, that would be completely disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? Which it is. But then getting them to understand, like, okay, we talk to you calmly. That'll work. We have to now yell, raise our voices for you to, like, listen. And then when that happens, then you don't like it. Like, hell, make it make sense here. We're trying to help you and trying to talk to you peacefully and calmly. Commonly, that's not a word. But, girl, Jesus, take the wheel, please. Anyways, you guys. All right, so I'm going to call this video in. I feel like I'm full. I ate too much. Thank you for sitting with me, having a chat. I'm still a little upset by my biscuits. I really wanted biscuits and honey, and I wanted this to be extra spicy. I mean, at least I got some hot sauce. Anyways, sorry, squirrel moment. Again, my self-diagnosed ADHD. Yeah, I need Jesus. Anyways, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for sitting down, having a chat with me. Definitely leave a comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about today's video. If this is something that's entertaining, I don't know. So leave a comment nonetheless, and also subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, you guys. But until then, as always, make sure to brush your teeth, wash your culo, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye now.